What's up, guys? Welcome to Among the Fence. My name is Aaron, and it is time for New Music Friday, where I take a look at some of the new albums coming out throughout the week of March 25th, and I give my thoughts and opinions on what I think we could expect to hear from some of this new music. And it's been sick for about a week now with either like a really bad cold or flu or something. And I've had a sore throat and a bad cough for about a week. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to make it through this without too much difficulty. There might be some extra jump cuts where I need to catch my breath or need to work some stuff out, but I'm hoping the Dayquil will kick in any second, and I think it'll be all right. First up is Paleface's newest album titled Fear and Dagger. This isn't like my typical genre that I go out of my way to listen to, but I'm excited to give this record a spin. Some of the moments on the singles that were released aren't really my kind of thing. Like there's some heavy breathing and some coughing on one of the bridges on one of the songs, which I don't know, I wasn't really that into it. But I do want to hear how this whole album pans out. I feel like this is probably going to be the most in-your-face record that the band has released so far, and probably one of the most in-your-face albums of the year, I'm assuming. Animals as Leaders has released a new album titled Parisia. I believe that's how it's pronounced. I'm not really sure if I'm going to do a review on this album, just because I'm not really a fan of genty instrumental stuff. I do expect it to be absolutely insane, though, and I hope to really hear some cool stuff from Tosin, just because he's a phenomenal songwriter. I've listened to some of their past stuff. I just have a really hard time getting into this band, strictly because instrumental things, I got burnt out on instrumental music probably somewhere around in high school, where all I would listen to is like Steve Vai and Joe Satriani and Eric Johnson. And while I do still love instrumental music, like it mostly just the nostalgia stuff for me. So anything new that comes out, it's really tough for me to get into, especially, like I said, genty kind of stuff where it's just the tone of the guitar, and even Tosin's style of playing kind of tires me out a little bit. And not only that, it's really hard to get something new and fresh sounding like within the genre itself. So I don't know if we're going to hear too much new sounding things on this album or this record, but like I said, it's probably going to be super technical and just insane. Placebo is coming out with a new album titled Never Let Go. I haven't really been that into this band since around 2003 or so, when they came out with their album covers, which is basically just an album of a bunch of cover songs. I love their alternative indie rock style, though. It reminds me a lot of like Me Without You, or They Might Be Giants, just with a different vocal presence to it, but the same kind of vocal tone and performance at the same time. I did grow out of them specifically because of probably the vocals, if I'm going to be completely honest. I think I just got burnt out on listening to that album covers so much. So when they came out with new music, I was kind of like, not really that into it. But now it's been almost 20 years since that album came out. And now that they're back on my radar, I might go back and try to listen to some of their stuff and see where this album really sits. I might do a review on it. Probably not, just because it doesn't really fit into the other album reviews that I do. I tend to lean more into metal, but I will probably at least give this album a listen, just out of curiosity. Falls of Rauros has released a new album titled Key to a Vanishing Future. They're not a new, but they're an unknown black folk metal band from Maine. Their name of their band comes from one of the waterfalls in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. The vocals are basically what you expect from a black metal band, but the atmosphere that this band creates through their music is just so good. It reminds me a lot of kind of like a post-rock kind of vibe to it, which is one of my favorite genres that there is. Just with echoey vocals behind it, it's just like way back in the mix. Kind of still sounds like the vocals were recorded in like a tin can or like a cave, but the music is just so great. And when you listen to these guys, you really get a sense that they really enjoy making music and what they do. And like I said, they're very, very much unknown. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, go ahead and check them out. I'm going to leave a link for the Spotify playlist for all this stuff, plus so much more down in the description below. So yeah, while you're going through, I would definitely give one of their songs a listen. Machine Gun Kelly's coming out with a new album titled Mainstream Sellout, which is kind of ironic. His last album, Tickets to My Downfall, was basically just a downfall. He did bring a lot more attention to the pop punk genre, though, which is very good. I want him to continue that. I just wish he would write better music and just be a little bit more creative with his songwriting. I feel like being in the pop genre has made him a little bit lazy going into his songwriting for pop punk stuff. I just wish that he would grow in that and just see what he could really do, because he has a lot of potential to really make that genre blow up and also really just blow up within that genre itself. And while I don't have a whole lot of hope for this new album, I still hope that it does well. I hope that he ends up branching out a little bit more, spreading his creative wings, and just really taking off. All right, guys, that is it for New Music Friday. I'm sure I missed something, so go ahead and leave a comment below letting me know what it is, so me and everybody else, we could all just discover new music. If I missed out on like a track or a single that you guys really liked or looking forward to, don't worry, I'm going to be doing a weekly track review coming up this Monday. Yes, I did miss this last Monday, but that's because I was very sick and I had basically no voice up until yesterday, just about. So there was no way I was going to be able to do that. But don't worry, this coming up Monday, I promise I will do a weekly track review. There's a lot of new singles coming out this week, so there's a lot of music to go over for it. But yeah, while you're down there, let me know what you're looking forward to. Also, let me know what you want me to review next. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. If you want to help support me and my channel, please consider subscribing and ringing the bell icon. Doing any of that stuff helps me out more than you could ever imagine, and I appreciate you guys so much for taking time out of your day to even just watch my video. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day or night, whenever you happen to be watching this, and I will talk to you guys next time.
I was